Welcome, guys, to We Don't Know Ball podcast, football edition. And this week, Wild Card Weekend just happened, and boy, do we have to go in depth with all these games because I took some fucking L's for my predictions, and I gotta kind of wear that on my chin. But, anyways, Retro, Justin, how you guys doing?
Chilling, bro. I got 5 out of 6. I feel pretty good. I'm chilling. It was one of the best opening weekends we've had in a long time. Like almost every game was super entertaining until the last couple.
I'm so happy. There are two things that happened this week, and we'll get into them, that happened that just... Me over the moon. I'm... Oh... Let's just say, not only did I sleep good on Saturday, but boy am I gonna sleep good tonight. That's
He's very
all I
happy
gotta
about
say.
the playoff loss, apparently.
I'm... I couldn't be happier. Let's dive. Let's dive. What do I got first?
Do you want to go there first?
No, I'm going into the mid-off first.
Oh, which mid-off?
Oh, we're gonna piss people off with this mid-off call. So, Carolina got to host a playoff game. Cam Newton got to be back and bang the drum. Shout out Cam. Shout out Carolina for showing Cam some love. Mr. Matthew Stafford, Mr. MVP candidate, potential MVP favorite, Mr. whatever the hell. You're a fraud. You suck. You played about as good as Bryce Young with significantly more help. I don't... God, did I want Carolina to win this game. I really did. And I think it would have... If it weren't for time management blunder by Carolina, they would have won this game, which really makes me annoyed.
Yep.
Did Carolina have any business being here? No. Did Carolina have the ability to be here? Yes. Did they absolutely waste their ability of being here? Yes. Did the Rams make this game a lot closer than it had to be? Yes. Do the Rams deserve to move on? Fuck no. This game pissed me off certifiably. The only cool thing about this game is that it tallied into the factor of, besides Monday Night Football, every game was a game-winning drive. Every game had a chance to be a game-winning drive or was a game-winning drive. So that was really cool to see in the first round. But I'm so frustrated with the Panthers right now that they couldn't get this job done because the Rams played like absolute shit. Puka did Puka things, obviously. Stafford's a Puka merchant. I'm going to continue to put that out in the world. But yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it, Jules.
So this is one of the L's that I had to take, and when we were talking to Karen last week, we were talking about the Panthers being able to cover, and they comfortably covered. And I think the bigger thing, I don't put this on Bryce Young in terms of a loss. I blame it on the head coach. Like, first year, first time being in the playoffs, like, you don't really know what you're having to do, and you give this kind of time for better quarterbacks. I'm not going to shit on Stafford that much, but if you give that much time to anybody who is an above average QB, you're asking to get basically walked off, which they did. They definitively had that game-winning drive. Stafford looked like Stafford. But that's the only time he looked like Stafford. Justin, you mentioned it. Throughout this whole game, he's struggling to make reads. Yes, Puka had a good game, and he was able to spread the ball around a little bit. But this is where I was talking about earlier in the year that Stafford is, I think, a little bit overrated because when he goes up against these better defenses, he's been struggling. And you can make the exception that, okay, he scored 37 points against Seattle. Sure, I can give you that. But again, against Houston week 1, 14 points. Against common opponents, even against with the Drake May argument, like, he has a losing record against the common opponents than Drake May. Like, there's a lot of this stuff that the Rams I see flawed that going forward in the playoffs against, I think, other than San Fran, I don't think they match up well against Seattle. I don't think they match up well against Chicago. Like, there's just not a lot that I think the Rams have going up for them in this time period. And cool, you squeaked one out of Carolina. Whoop-de-doo. Congratulations, you won 3 points against Bryce Young. That doesn't move anybody. That should have been a complete blowout, and the fact that that was close is real concerning for LA going forward.
Yeah, I basically agree with everything. I'll say this was a very weird weekend. And that there weren't, outside of like maybe one or two performances, there wasn't even a single quarterback performance that definitively was like good. Like there was a very bunch of average / solid / very below average performances. A reason why we have to watch the games and not look at stats is because, Matthew Stafford on paper, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's not bad. Obviously he has the pick, but Matthew Stafford just looked very average. Like he didn't look good. He didn't look bad. He just looked average. At the end of the game, we saw vintage clutch Stafford, which is something that a lot of people have been kind of looking for all year because it's kind of been absent. And yep. I will say, going forward, I think that's something Rams fans can be happy with. Oftentimes in the playoffs, you need that like something to happen that gives you a little motivation. And I think that could be it. As far as this game, I mean, like you said, Puka did Puka things. Kyron Williams and Blake Corum played really well as a duo. They were both super productive. This Rams team is just clearly better than the Panthers, which kind of brings up the question of, like, how was this even a 3-point game? Bryce Young, he had around 50% completion percentage. He wasn't great. He did what he could, and shout out to Jalen Coker and Tet because them combined had over 200 yards together. They played out of their minds. But ultimately, like, there's only so much you can do. It's insane the Panthers even made this a 3-point game. Very impressive. And it's a positive outlook for their future. But the thing is, like you said, a 3-point win over the Panthers is moving nobody. And in odds, like, you got to assume this is probably going to make a lot of people question the Rams. I had the Rams going to the Super Bowl. I'm still sticking with that pick. But that being said, this does not make me overly confident by any means. I think that the Rams could have played much better. I think the defense was highly questionable, given the fact that they allowed the Panthers to do what they did to them. Is not good looking forward. And especially when in the second round, you're going against a Bears team whose whole signature is pulling out close wins. And you were able to do this against the Panthers, but what happens if the Bears get the ball last? I don't know if I trust that. So it's definitely not a great playoff game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. This was a story of Carolina had a better team, not a better quarterback, but a better team, at least in this game. So, God, I just really want to skip this game. Buffalo Jack.
No, you don't.
Buffalo Jacksonville.
Yes.
He can't keep getting away with this. Josh Allen cannot continue to be talked about as a top 5 quarterback and continue to just bring mediocrity to the table. I'm at the point where now Lamar and Josh Allen both need to be in question of their top 5 spots.
That's a very interesting take on this game because I very much disagree.
You can very much disagree wholeheartedly, whatever you want. Because even if you want to be a numbers guy and you want to look at the numbers and look at it without watching the game, Trevor Lawrence played just as good as Josh Allen did. The only difference is the 2 picks. In the book, he threw 2 interceptions. Watching the game, it was 2 tipped passes. It wasn't clean-cut interceptions. So it's like, I don't know what you want.
Trevor Lawrence threw the terrible one at the end of the game. I think that in this game, we saw Trevor Lawrence. He was good for about 80% of the game, or maybe even 90%. But the beginning pick and the end pick are the 2 things that sell this team.
Yeah, but this is also another issue of the team, maybe not in the other game aspect, but the team that should have won this game with better time management down the line, they scored too fast and gave Buffalo a chance. And then Buffalo scored too fast and gave Trevor Lawrence a chance. Trevor Lawrence just had a tip ball end up in one of his secondary players.
What I saw was this. Jacksonville, despite only having 14 carries between their two backs, got easily over 100 yards. Their backs were super productive. And then as far as Buffalo, they really had they should not have been in this game. The efficiency of Jacksonville on the ground was so good that you would think they'd be able to coast, but because of T-Law's turnovers, as well as Josh Allen waking up and going back to his winter soldier form, 28 of 35, the guy couldn't miss. He had all the clutch ability that we're used to seeing from him. James Cook only had
35 is getting scrutinized. I don't care what you say. 28 on 35 on checkdowns is pretty fucking cool, I guess.
I would disagree. James Cook only had 46 yards this game through rushing, and so Josh Allen had to come through. He had 33 rushing yards. Obviously, one of those was like a 10-yard tush push, but again, like he also had another touchdown run. Josh Allen was very efficient.
Where he ran 2 yards, got picked up by a center, and carried for 8 yards. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, like I said, that was one of them. But my point is, Josh Allen came out there. He had 3 touchdowns. He had over 300 yards. He was clutch. He was extremely efficient. He was the Josh Allen that we're used to seeing. One thing that I thought was pretty crazy was that Khalil Shakir had 12 catches for 82 yards. Khalil Shakir was his bell cow. He might as well have been playing running back, to be honest with you, because Josh Allen just kept on hitting him for very low yardage plays. But I mean, sometimes, you take what the defense gives you. I think overall what we saw from this, and this is the only game I got wrong. I thought Jacksonville would win. I think they probably should have, but like we said, they scored too fast and they gave Josh Allen the ball back, and that's dangerous to do in the playoffs. I think that what we get from this game is the Winter Soldier is awake, he is back, and he is ready to go try to win a ring. And without Burrow, Mahomes, and Lamar in his way, it's going to be difficult to stop.
That's a weird way of saying he's getting bounced next round.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm on Justin's side with this because I've been the advocate for like Josh Allen show the fuck up. And okay, cool, you did it in the fourth quarter. And I wasn't even high on the Jags. I think decisively Buffalo needed to not like really blow out this team to give me any confidence for them to going into Denver and to do anything, because Josh Allen arguably squeaked by and predicated on T-Law being T-Law and throwing that late interception to seal the game. You're not going to get past Denver doing that. No, we're not all high on Bo Nix here, and I do understand that, but because of how great that defense is, you're going to have to pull out something. James Cook, you're going to have to show up. Josh Allen, you're going to have to use every little bit of your ability from start to finish. Not just the fourth quarter, like I've been saying this whole year, because that's when he was able to show up. Majority of the scoring came in the fourth quarter.
Josh Allen did his best Caleb Williams impression this week.
But literally play one, you're going to have to basically be the bell cow and be the leader of this team. And you just can't come down in these fourth quarter situations against, again, a fraudulent team in Jacksonville to where you're winning by 3 points and getting an interception on a defense in Buffalo that isn't good. It's just not. I'm sorry. Like, you got more. Honestly, again, I agree. I think Jacksonville should have won this game. Jacksonville had less penalties. They converted more on third down, and the reason why they weren't able to be more concisive is because of that fourth down play they didn't convert. There's a lot of this. Why I'm so skeptical in Buffalo is because of these type of performances. And now you're going to Denver. And you better show up, because Denver, it doesn't make those mistakes. That disciplined defense, arguably top 3 in the NFL, is not going to roll over and give you those opportunities in the fourth. Again, regardless of how we feel about Bo Nix, if he's a trash can or not, so be it. But that defense is going to they're a bend, don't break defense. And yep. James Cook, I don't think that he's going to be reliant against Denver. Shakir, again, okay, cool, a whole bunch of checkdowns. That's not going to move anybody against PS2 in that defense. You're going to get hummed at the whole entire time by that D-line. So, spoiler alert, I don't think I'm going to pick Buffalo in that game. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if Josh Allen has a historic type of performance against this team, then I'll pick Buffalo to win. But until then, I think he's a good playoff translator. But I just don't see it with this Denver defense. I think this is just a mid performance by a supposed top 5 QB that needs to be significantly better this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, typically I'm all for Josh Allen slander, but in this case, I'm willing to give him his flowers. I think
I'm never for Josh Allen slander, but he can't keep getting away with this.
I think, for me, I think that he and Stafford had the two best performances in this round, which, again, isn't saying much because there was not many good quarterback performances in this round, but I'll give him his credit. I think he probably played the best.
I mean, we can go to the next game because hopefully we talk about because I disagree because I think there's two other quarterbacks that were better than Josh Allen in their respective games.
Well, it depends. What game do you have next? Because if so, I'm going to need at least 30 seconds.
I think he's referring to
30 seconds if that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
we're talking about Saturday Night Football.
Saturday Night Football.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Yep. Take that L on my chin.
Yeah, felt that.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm so happy. Mind you, let me paint this picture. I'm in Florida. We're in our Airbnb on Saturday night. Everyone's just showered. We're sore as shit from the tournament we played during the day. We sit down with two of my buddies that are Packer fans, one of my buddies who's a Bears fan, and they know I've been supporting them the whole year. And watching the game. I'm like, all right, well, it's halftime. I'm going to go use the bathroom, get ready for bed. Game's over. Da-da-da-da-da. All of a sudden, I hear from the living room, Bears scored. I peeked my head around the corner. I said, it's time. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, it's Caleb time. And they're like,
oh my
They're
God.
like, there's no way. I sit back down. Turnover, Bears ball. Turnover, Bears ball. Oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. The Packer fans are sitting there watching it like this. Me and the Chicago fan are just shit grin, wide-eyed every time. Oh, I couldn't, dude. I've never been so happy to see a team absolutely crumble. Fun fact, Matt LaFleur has now been a part of the two worst comebacks in NFL history. Because if you guys don't know, he was on the coaching staff in the 28-3 debacle, which is amazing to me. Colston Loveland, my dog, my G, the actual best rookie tight end. 8 for 137.
We're not.
Don't care.
We're not.
Do not care. We do not care. We do not care.
Disgusting.
We do not care.
Tyler Warren, we're not doing your
not
ratio.
care. Me, that guy, we do not care. Colston Loveland's the best rookie tight end.
All right, let's talk about Caleb time. Caleb Williams. I have never in my life seen a quarterback that has a clutch gene but has no idea how to play football outside of that.
What is Jordan Love?
He had a 50. Yeah, it's actually somewhat, except Jordan Love can't be clutch either. Caleb Williams had a 50% completion percentage. He couldn't throw the ball for shit for the first 90% of the game. 2 interceptions.
No, not 90%. Halftime.
No, even past that. He looked lost most of the game.
Halftime.
Caleb Williams was able to do what he does, which is be clutch, because I'll actually give that to him. He does have a clutch gene. And he was able to. And again,
wait, can I get you to repeat that? Because I think all I've heard all year is Caleb's not clutch. Remember what happened in college. Caleb's not clutch. Remember what happened. Newsflash, dumbass. This ain't college. This the pros.
Yes, he has a clutch gene, clearly, but that's all he has at the moment.
And a playoff win.
Sure, against the 7 seed Packers without Micah Parsons. Yes, I
not
agree.
Moved.
realistically, as far as this is concerned, yes, they did win the game. Caleb Williams didn't play well, but he was able to get that last clutch drive to get them the win. So I can grant that. The best player in this game was definitively Colston Loveland. I mean, he was fantastic. There's no doubt about that. Played out of his mind. As far as Jordan Love is concerned, this is like the most deceiving stat line I've ever seen. Nice, like 4 touchdowns and 300 yards with your barely 50% completion percentage, and nice job during clutch time when we needed you. I appreciate that for doing absolutely nothing. Jordan Love did his best Dak Prescott impression this game. And yeah, realistically, this was just a massive choke job. It was 21-6 going into the fourth quarter. Bears fans, not Bears fans, Packers fans, you should be disgusted. You should literally be sick to your stomach. And I'm gonna put this out there too. You know how you would have won the game if Malik Willis was your starting quarterback. Then you would have won the game. That is the actual, honest to God truth of this game. If Malik Willis was your quarterback, you would have won. Jordan Love does not have the ability to be clutch. He doesn't. It's not in his genes. But just to finish, I'll give a shout out to Romeo Dobbs because he came out there and played his ass off, and so did Matthew Golden. They both played really, really well despite the loss. They had.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Did we just hear what you just said? When Matthew Golden gets snaps and gets targets, he can be great. That's crazy.
I did not say great. He played well. He had a good game. He played well and he had a good game. And
can be great.
But yes. I think ultimately I did pick the Bears to win this game prior. I literally said in the podcast, I said I think what will happen is it will come down to who has the ball last because it's a 50-50 game, and if the Bears have it, they'll win because they're great. And that is exactly what happened. The Bears have this weird dark magic gritty clutch gene. However, what doesn't give me good assurance is this Packers team is spiritually 9-7. Yes, they're 9-7-1, but they're spiritually 9-7. They don't have their best defensive player, so their defense looks banged up. You still barely beat them. Now you're going to go play against LA. You've got a quarterback
who barely beat Carolina. Yep, I'm waiting for the not moved part here.
You have a quarterback.
I'm waiting for the not moved part here.
Going against a quarterback much better than Jordan Love, who actually has a clutch gene, as has been displayed.
Waiting for the not
against
moved
a much
part.
better team. And realistically, what's going to happen, we'll see. I don't know. But you're going to have to play better than this, because if you go down 21-6 entering the fourth quarter against LA, you're not winning that game.
All I heard was Bears Seahawks.
But as far as this is concerned, to me, Stafford and Josh Allen both played better than Jordan Love and Caleb Williams. Jordan Love was the equivalent to Dak Prescott, and Caleb Williams was the equivalent to me.
Well, we're not going to slander Dak. If Dak was their quarterback, they would have won.
I don't even know if that's true, to be honest with you.
I do. That's nasty on your end, Retro. That's okay.
That's disgusting. I'm not with this Malik Willis fake woke shit, because he's a beneficiary. Yes, he's a beneficiary of Matt LaFleur. Like he wasn't doing this shit anywhere else. Like
that's because the only other team he was on was Tennessee.
How dare you slander the starting quarterback? How dare you slander the starting quarterback of a team that's potentially going to beat you twice next year?
I would like to be very clear. Malik Willis, Liberty Flames legend, should have been a first-round pick and has the talent to be a starter in this league. Absolutely.
That proves how bad QB play is. If he's going to be a starting QB this year,
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think QB play is chalked right now. So
it's really bad.
I think Malik Willis would stand out.
It's really bad. Jules, you got anything to say on this game?
Speaking of QB play being chalked, all the rest of these games, the QB play was so.
Quiet you.
Yeah, my thing with this game is I'm happy for Caleb Williams, and I am going into next year. I think that this is a really good stepping stone for this Bears team. For Green Bay, even though Bears fans are going to fucking troll you this whole offseason for this, I don't think that you should make any significant moves. I think, to be honest with you, you're going to get Tucker Kraft back. You need to find a definitive number one, and I think that is Christian Watson. He needs to stay healthy, and you need Matthew Golden to get more snaps so he can be that guy other than fucking Jaden Reed to be doing this gadget stuff, because I think Matthew Golden is more than capable of doing that,
He
and
needs
LaFleur is going
snaps
to make
and
that.
usage rate during those snaps. Like,
Yes,
it's an unfair to judge him on his rookie year when I believe the metrics said that he played like 50-something% of snaps, not even, and his usage rate on those snaps was like 17. So it wasn't great.
Yeah, it's extremely low, and I think for next year, basically you revamp that defensive line and get another guy with Parsons. You get another linebacker, a coverage linebacker specifically, because Micah is most effective at rushing the quarterback, and
As of
a
end,
lot
yes.
of putting him in coverage and using him very uniquely, I'm still okay with that. But putting his hand in the ground and battling specifically the NFC North offensive line, I would like to see him do a little bit more of that. So I wouldn't wear this as a big of an L. I know in the fashion it is, absolutely. Again, I'm with the trolling, but I think this is fine going into next year if you can just kind of focus on that D line and have Gary have another a good year, get another linebacker, find probably a safety to replace whoever that fucking garbage can is. I always forget his name. That Packers fans hate, but like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm willing to say that I think by next year, Green Bay and Chicago will relive this rivalry between, funny enough, Jordan Love and Caleb Williams. I'm not.
I mean, Green
I
Bay
wouldn't
would
write
win.
them off.
Yeah, Green Bay, you have two things to do in the offseason. The first one is to take Keyshawn Nixon's contract and light it on fire. That's a good start. He is not a good corner. He is the Deron Bland of Deron Blands. That is all he is good at. He's a ball hawker. He can't. Keyshawn Nixon can't cover his own shadow at high noon, which is impressive.
Yeah.
The second thing you need to do is I would invest in CPR classes so this doesn't ever happen again. Because if you learn how to prevent choking, you could probably not choke. But that's just me.
I agree.
Haha, fuck you guys. Anyway,
if Micah Parsons was in this game, they would have won.
I'm sure they wouldn't have, because offensive play would have mattered too. Anyway,
it's 21-6, bro. If their defense actually had any capabilities whatsoever in the fourth quarter, they're winning.
Yep, that's great. Moving on. The 49ers played literally nobody this week. Jalen Who, AJ Who, Kevin Who the hell are you guys? Man, if AJ Brown didn't solidify please trade me in a playoff game, boy, that's what it looks like.
Oh, he's
that
gone.
Is
he's
amazing.
Yeah, he's up out of it.
He don't want nothing to do with this team.
To be honest with you, I think that's the worst thing possible for AJ Brown. I don't think he should be traded. I think he should stay, and I know he's having a pissy fit, but they got rid of Kevin Batula, right? The terrorist of Philadelphia, other than Jalen Hurts. So you have one half of your problems complete.
That's one thing. They got to get that head coach out of there.
To be honest with you, like Sirianni is almost like a John Harbaugh, right? Like he doesn't do that much other than just like motivate the team and be a cornball when talking shit to the fans.
Oh, he's Mike McDaniels.
I mean, close enough, right? Close enough. Yeah. So taking away from this, two things. Again, the Eagles fans are now fucking silent because they're still trying to cope over the fact that Kevin Batula was the problem and all this kind of shit. And Justin, I'll get to you in a minute. Again, out of the three of us, I was more like trying to play devil's advocate for Jalen Hurts this whole year, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. With this decisive loss, there's no excuses anymore. Like there needs to be a whole revamp of Jalen's processing. He needs to go and find somebody to understand how to read a defense and to objectively become a top 10 QB again, because he is not in those conversations after that at all. He is done. He is absolutely done.
Well, in honor of one of my favorite players and his show, Cam Newton and Mr. 4th and 1, I'm going to make the call real quick. Hey, Petty Justin, come here. 25th total offense, 29th and third down conversions. The best part of them losing this game is I don't have to hear Eagles fans say, well, we're the defending champs, and until we're beaten, it's proven wrong. Bye! Bye! I don't have to hear it anymore. You guys are fucking fraudulent. I hope you guys waste that defense for the entire existence of it. Those Philadelphia Bulldogs look so good on defense, and I mean, they look really good on defense. This offense, panic. Panic, panic. The crazy part is Saquon remembered how to run the football. Like, I don't get it. Saquon, the guy that you couldn't use all year because he was so ineffective and couldn't get your run game started. Saquon delivered. Where's the rest of your offense? If anyone tells me that Jalen Hurts is a top 10, let alone top 5 quarterback in this league again, I might take your kneecaps. I might.
All right. Eagles fans, let's talk. You and me, all right? You cannot say I'm a hater. I am a notorious defender of the Jalen Hurts top 5 agenda.
But
I am known for it. I defended it all through last year. I stood by his side. I said his Super Bowl performance is fantastic, and I trust him there. That man is not a top 10 quarterback. I don't know what happened. I don't know what occurred. It felt like this year his play jumped off of a cliff. I don't know. I can't tell you what happened. You can say it's Patullo all you want. Patullo doesn't turn a quarterback into a bag of dust. I don't know what occurred, okay? Your quarterback needs to go. There are 2 people that need to go. Patullo needs to be out, and he needs to be out. You dealt with half the problem, deal with the other. I don't even care about Sirianni. That's not even your biggest problem. Your biggest problem is that you have a generational talent in your backfield, and even when he's having a great game, Jalen Hurts can't. The other problem is you have a generational talent running routes, and he can't get the ball because your quarterback can't throw it. In this game, if I had to rank the quarterback performance play, it would be Jalen Hurts 3rd, Brock Purdy 2nd, Jawan Jennings 1st, in that order, which is disgusting. Your quarterback got outplayed by a system merchant in San Francisco and a guy who plays receiver that played quarterback in high school.
Thank you, Retro. You brought up something else, which is crazy because we can get into it later. Do you know that Jawan Jennings has more playoff thrown touchdowns than Justin Herbert?
Yeah, and we'll definitely get into that. But as far as this is concerned, Saquon, God bless you. You did what you could. There really wasn't much you could do, but you tried your best and you put in the work. And Tank Bigsby, you had 4 carries for 19 yards, so pretty good efficiency. Devontae Smith had 8 catches. He really became the bell cow. AJ Brown had 3. Because
how many drops?
Yeah, that's another thing too. AJ Brown wants out. He's done. Very clearly. He had 7 targets and 3 catches. That man is out of there. As far as the 49ers, best player on the field for the 49ers was Demarcus Robinson, which is crazy, but shout out to Demarcus Robinson. 111 yards. He had a touchdown. Played a great game. CMC had 21 touches. So again, it's the traditional rule of if Christian McCaffrey has 20 or more touches, the Niners win the game. And still seems to be holding true. He had over 110 yards combined running and receiving.
114 to be exact, yes.
Right, and 2 touchdowns. CMC just continues to be the bell cow of that offense. Yeah, to me, the biggest takeaway from this game is that an unsung hero who should be in Coach of the Year conversations is Kyle Shanahan, because every single week this team has a new devastating injury. This time it was George Kittle, who's now out for the year, wishing the best for his recovery. But every single week, it's a new injury for the 49ers, and despite that, Kyle Shanahan still finds a way to win. I'm sure he'll inevitably...
The scariest part of it, Retro, the scariest part of it is, you know how this black magic works. So now they took they just took a big name player. How good is McCaffrey going to look in the next game?
See, and that's, but my thing is, as far as this goes, I'm sure what will inevitably happen is they'll choke away a lead because that's Kyle Shanahan's signature, poor guy. But again, I do think he's a fantastic coach. It's just he has a problem with winning big games. But as far as this is concerned, the quarterback play was terrible. Brock
Yeah,
Purdy was extremely average. That guy threw 2 bad interceptions. He just looked bad. Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts, you had 35 attempts, you had 168 yards.
Jalen Hurts made Brock Purdy look good.
He did. Jalen Hurts actually made Brock Purdy look good, which is insane. Like I said, by far, Juwan Jennings had the best throw of the game. Maybe Juwan Jennings should be their quarterback, and it probably wouldn't change the offense that much moving forward.
He did drop that thing in the basket, too.
The Niners won. I am not confident in this team going into the next round. Not at all.
Thank
You've got to
you.
go
Thank you.
boom and field, bro. Like, that's rough.
And Retro, let's just double down on that. Again, because we were talking about the Jags and Bills up earlier. 9 times out of 10, the Jags win that game because they are able to turn the ball over. They, even though they lost the time of possession, it was by a couple minutes or whatever, decisively, the Eagles should have won this game. 2 picks on Brock Purdy. They had 11 more minutes of time of possession in a playoff game. They were they got outgained by 50 yards, but you have 11 more minutes in a playoff game of them just running the ball. George Kittle is now out. Brock Purdy, I'm sorry, you're going to get fucking raw dogged against Seattle next week. I don't care. And Justin, you can say it all you want. Oh, Christian McCaffrey's going to look so good. No, he's not. He is not going to look good because they're not going to be able to make routes for him because Kittle, who has what your favorite word is, gravity as a tight end, he's not going to get any of that beneficiary. When the last time CMC played this defense, how many yards did he get? Oh, it was 40. 40 total yards against the Seattle dark side defense. He is not... Ricky Pearsall, come out of fucking retirement. Oh, you didn't get shot this week. Please the fact that this San Fran team is fucked next week. Fucked. There's no way in hell that San Fran is going to put up any type of performance. They struggled against this Eagles defense and Jalen Hurts. That bar is so fucking low, I'm not moved by it. If you're going to do the same shit against Seattle, it's not happening.
But they do have the biggest benefit of all time on their side next week. They have
the biggest choker, and
they have postseason Sam Darnold under center.
Absolutely, and we have postseason Kyle Shanahan. So, which one is it?
It's going to be a mid-off. Yay!
It's going to be a mid-off. You're absolutely right. We're going to see 16-3. Speaking of that, do you want to go to that game?
Yeah, I do. Because my favorite part of this game was the Chargers' best play from scrimmage was Herbert fumbling the ball and Vidal picking it up and gaining 17 yards on a run. It was the most unintentional shit, and it was their best play from scrimmage. This game really just, it does not matter to me. Like, this is exactly what we both thought we were going to see. I told anybody that asked me about this game, oh, well, what do you think the safest bet for this game is? I said, hammer the under.
Yeah.
Hammer the under. If they score over a combined 25 points, I'll be shocked. Here we are. They scored. Oh, my. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Charger fans, your tackles don't matter. You still had 6 sacks coming up the middle of the field. Didn't matter. So you saying that you were your 2 tackles away from a Super Bowl. Not moved. Herbert looked the most uncomfortable I've ever seen. Granted, because his line was Swiss cheese. 14 pressures really isn't good. Not moved. Running game, ineffective. Not moved. New England, why are we not putting belt to ass? This was definitely just the play not to lose strategy. This was kind of crazy. But again, this was a great week for the play not to lose strategy because the Chargers are in such shambles it didn't matter. So like I said, I don't have a lot on this game because literally that's all it was. This is exactly how we thought this game would go. Herbert would have no time to do anything. Their offense is mid. Their defense wasn't great either. The Patriots just had to play not to lose, and that's what they did.
My thing with Herbert, and me and Kieran were specifically talking about this last week. Jim Harbaugh, why are you not letting Justin Herbert off his fucking leash? To be honest with you, I don't like the offensive line excuse because, yes, you have 2 really good tackles, and yes, you didn't get much time, but immediately off the gate, that 4th and goal situation, and you decided to go for it, and that was your play call. Yep. You basically were off rip. We're playing fucking scared the whole time. And the fact that, to be honest with you, like that first half, the Chargers were keeping it rather close and giving you opportunities to make these create these plays for Herbert to do something, at least, not even corner routes, intermediate routes with Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnson, and be able to run. And all you care about is running the fucking ball. Get with the 21st century, Pete Carroll 2.0.
Mediocrity. There were 11 combined sacks in this game. Herbert got sacked 6 times, and Drake May got sacked 5 times. Like, felt like there was no blocking, no nothing.
Both teams combined in the red zone 0 of 5. That is combined. That is nasty. And going forward with going to the Patriots, I mean, Ramondre Stevenson, shout out to you showing up, because this whole year has been Trayvon Henderson and using him and Kayvon Booty. You know what I mean? These guys. Shout out to you to finally showing up for a fucking week.
Ramondre didn't fumble.
Yes, and he didn't fumble.
The whole end of this game when they were handing him the ball, I'm like, why is it Ramondre? He's going to fumble. Why is it Ramondre? He's going to fumble. Don't hand the ball to Ramondre. And he secured the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to him. But same thing with New England. Yes, you had, a win against Buffalo. But I wouldn't be confident if I was New England going into next week after that performance.
New England had one clean play this whole game, and it was their touchdown pass. And Drake May, credit where credit's due, that was a beautiful throw, threaded the needle between 3 defenders to the open receiver who got to walk into the end zone. But that was the only clean play I saw this whole game.
Yep.
So, man, this game just sucked. Like, okay. I picked the Patriots.
We thought it would suck. That's what it is.
Yeah, I picked the Patriots to win this game originally, and from the first snap, I was convinced they were going to win all the way until the last. There was never a point in time where I was scared I was going to be wrong. As far as this game is concerned, the best running back on the field, shout out Drake May. He was by far the most efficient rusher. I really just I just like the way that Drake May plays. He plays ethical football. He averages, I think, the highest depth of target in the league. He averaged 9 yards per throw this game. He doesn't throw straight checkdowns. He doesn't care about stats. He just plays the game of football, which is enjoyable. He didn't play great by any means, but he didn't play bad, and that was kind of the difference. As long as you kind of just let your defense kind of lead the way, which he did, fine. I mean that works, and it did. He, like you said, the O-lines were terrible. Justin Herbert was getting killed. That's to be expected. Obviously, the injuries play a factor, but I mean, it's not like the interior linemen were doing anything either. Justin Herbert, there's a few things I need to say. Firstly, to the Chargers fans that I saw being cocky on Twitter and saying you guys were cheering the Patriots, I can't believe you thought that you were going to beat New England. I actually can't believe you thought that was going to happen. That you thought that you could go from playing in California to go play in Foxborough in the winter and actually win a game in the playoffs? Secondly, Justin Herbert's not top 5. He's barely top 10. Can we please stop putting him in conversations he doesn't deserve to be in? All the talent in the world, but when you ask him to play well in a playoff game, he can't. He cannot do it. It's apparently something that's impossible for him to do.
Is this where we get to call back to Jawan Jennings?
Dude, yeah, again, Jawan Jennings, man. He might have played better. But as far as Herbert is concerned, at some point maybe you do, and then we can put you in those conversations. But at least Phillip Rivers could win a playoff game. I hate the fact that there are Chargers fans saying Herbert is better than Phillip Rivers. He is not. More talented, yes. A better quarterback, absolutely not. Phillip Rivers at the age of 44 was dicing up the Seattle Seahawks. As far as this Herbert and Rivers comparison is concerned, Rivers is clearly better. And honestly, if we're being so for real, I think the Chargers would have had a better shot of winning with Phillip Rivers at quarterback than Justin Herbert. And I'm talking about now Phillip Rivers, 44-year-old
You're
Phillip
never
Rivers.
Letting that go, are you?
No, and I shouldn't, and neither should the league, because it shows how bad quarterback play is that a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers.
No, it's just the fact that it happened to Jules' Seahawks, so you never let it go.
Well, yeah, obviously that, but it's Again, as far as this is concerned, Chargers fans, it is time to push the panic button on your quarterback. I get that he's extremely talented. I understand he's got a cannon for an arm. I understand he's got pretty good mobility. He was your best running back. He had 10 carries for 57 yards. He and Drake May, ironically, were probably the two best rushers that game. But the problem is, he's got to be able to throw the football and play well in the playoffs, and he can't. That's what it seems like. I'm not saying it's time to fully hit the alarm button. I get he's still kind of young, and there's still a little bit of time for him to develop into a playoff performer. We didn't see Peyton Manning develop until very late, stuff like that, and I get it. But Justin Herbert is not Peyton Manning. I keep seeing people say this too about guys like Lamar. Like, for example, they're like, well, Lamar, Peyton Manning didn't get it done until later on. Maybe Lamar will do that. These guys are not Peyton Manning. So we need to stop having these stupid conversations. Jalen Hurts, your top 5 arguments out the window. You're barely top 10 if you are top 10.
He's not.
Justin Herbert, your top 5 argument out the window. It's gone. This game was depressing and sad, and I just hated it. It was a bad game. It was gross.
All right. Well, we're done with that. So with that, I'd just like to get a moment of silence. Everybody bow their head. Everyone just...
Oh my goodness gracious.
Dear baby Lord Jesus, thank you. As a Pittsburgh fan, this is the greatest loss in the history of our franchise. Aaron Rodgers, thank you for your service. You were supposed to go 4-13. Didn't happen. Oh well. Mike Tomlin, thank you for your service. But as Ariana Grande said, thank you, next. I'm so excited for the future. Oh my God. I don't even care about the game. It was close until the third, and then the defense took over. This game is a lot closer than the numbers show it really was because both teams played generational dog shit football. It was so bad, so garbage. The only thing about it that's great is Rodgers will not play another snap of football in Pittsburgh. Rodgers will retire. Mike Tomlin is officially stepping down as the head coach and will hopefully get traded for something good in a year and a half, which will be amazing. I don't care. Okay, cool. We're 0 whatever in our last couple playoff games. Get us a coach that we can lose next year. Get us a coach that we can lose the year after. Give me 2 good draft picks back-to-back years. Give me the chance in 5 years to say, I believe in Pittsburgh football again. Please. As far as the other side of things go, CJ Stroud, pick it the fuck up. That defense cannot get wasted at this point. We have been up and down like a roller coaster with you all year. We gave you the props coming into the playoffs. That was fucking abysmal. That was terrible. Your defense got you the win. The fact that Pittsburgh was in the game as long as they were is embarrassing. Oh my God. We had you picked to do things crazy this year because you do have the best defense. You do. It's not... There are 2 other teams that are very close, but they are not you. Granted, you have 2 great corners going up against 2 mediocre receivers, and it feels like you still didn't keep them in check. Rodgers played very well for his age at this time. That's just what I can say. But, Houston, I need more. I need more from you. You have to rise above because I need you to... It's you. We want you guys. We don't care about the rest of the AFC. We want Houston to do this.
So, as far as this is concerned, firstly, I do want to give a shout out to Mike Tomlin. I understand that it was time, but
it's been time.
Super Bowl champion, 8-time AFC North winner. He was a great coach for a very long time. He did great things for Pittsburgh. It definitely has been time for a while. But that doesn't mean that, Steelers don't have fond memories of, some of his time there.
100%.
Yeah. So shout out to Mike Tomlin. And also, as an addition to that, he could have chosen to just leave the organization and officially retire, but instead he chose to be retained so they could trade him for draft capital, which I think is also very, very nice of him to do. So that's very classy of him to do that. Big shout out to him. Outside of that, as far as this game is concerned, like you said, Aaron Rodgers, he looked his age. I'll definitely put it that way. He did look his age. Mason Rudolph might have had a better game than him. At least Mason Rudolph went 1 of 1, though it wasn't
2 yards.
Yeah. Some other things that I saw from this game: Woody Marks. Holy cow. Nice. Well played. Nick Chubb even looked pretty good. Speaking of a guy, he didn't look his age. He actually looked younger. So good for him.
He finally
yes,
lived up to the hype that he's been getting since leaving.
Yeah. CJ Stroud, man. After your rookie year, people were putting you in top 10 conversations. You cannot be performing like this with a defense like this. This is a generational defense. This is a once in a decade type of defense. It's very rare to see defenses this good. I think they said that the playoff game yesterday was the best performance by a defense in the last decade in the playoffs. By there's some advanced statistical measures. This Texans defense is disgusting. Everybody knows it, and this game should not have been close. If CJ Stroud was playing better, it wouldn't have been. And Woody Marks was playing great, like we said. The run game was great. This shouldn't have been this close. One thing I think that's cool for Steelers fans, and one thing that actually all three of us agree on, because Justin is a Steelers fan and Jules and I like OSU, it is time to push Will Howard for the future narratives. We're starting early on that so that Will Howard, so he can do his thing. But as far as this game is concerned, yeah, I don't know what to say. The Steelers look terrible, but honestly, it doesn't really matter because Tomlin's gone. So for them, it's a W. And as far as the Texans are concerned, dude, this game does not make me very confident. But what does make me confident is that defense. I've seen a lot of dominance. This was insane. This Texans defense, it was impressive for the Steelers to get past the 50. I don't know if I've seen a defense that's looked this good. Outside of last year's Eagles team, for a long, long time. I think I've heard some people call this team the dark side defense.
That's Seattle. That's Seattle. That's Seattle. That's Seattle. How dare you?
Okay,
Fuck you.
No, my fault. I didn't know. That's my bad.
Call it the darker side defense.
Yeah, well, and honestly, this Texans defense is way better than Seattle's. But as far as this game is concerned, another thing that I noticed, CJ Stroud, you fumbled the ball 5 times.
Yeah,
you only lost it twice, but brother, you got to learn how to catch a snap. Over and over and over again. Learn how to catch a snap. I'm telling you, it's not that hard.
He set a record for almost the most turnovers in NFL playoff history. It was
dude, quarterbacks.
Guess who he tied?
Who did he tie?
Eli Manning in 2007. That Hall of Famer.
CJ Stroud's a Hall of Famer. That's what I just heard.
Outside of this, CJ Stroud, quarterbacks have been catching snaps since the 40s at this point, so it's not that difficult to do. But yeah, as far as it's concerned, like I said, the offense of the Texans does not make me very encouraged, but this defense is so absolutely disgusting, it actually might be able to just carry them into the championship.
All I heard from you, Retro, was it's Big Will time.
Yeah, and Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter are such a disgusting defense.
Not the Will I was talking about. It's Big Will time.
What Will are you talking
Big
about?
Will Howard.
Will Howard.
It's Big Will time.
I know, dude, and listen, I've been high on him since he left OSU, and I know Jules has as well, obviously. He's super underrated. You guys got him for very good draft value, and my hope is that you start him next year. I don't think you will. I think you'll probably get a bridge quarterback, but I would start him. I think he's ready for that.
Yeah, I agree. As for me with this game, Steelers fans, I've been advocating for your downfall for this whole fucking year, and I've been getting shit for it. And you guys were decisively telling me I was out of my fucking rocker this whole year. And you just basically I picked you guys to go sub 500, and I was trying to do a favor to Justin. I've been well recorded on this podcast saying that I hope they go 6-10. This is just, you get a good draft, a draft pick, and all this kind of stuff for the future. But you Steelers fans wanted this. You guys wanted the first round exit for no particular reason. Now you're out of Aaron Rodgers. Now you're stepping down of Mike Tomlin, and you're going in the future with, again, Will Howard, who we're high on, but you have the inconsistent DK Metcalf, who's getting suspended for punching fans. You have Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell, who's a really good duo, but again, for the future, you want a good QB and you wanted to get good draft picks, so you were able to be compensated, so you get a better offensive line, because I think the offensive line this year has been not great. Being able to replace the defensive line, because TJ Watt has been inconsistent this year, and so on and so forth, to look for the future. But no, Pittsburgh wanted this. And now you're going to be sitting at around 17 or 18 and getting a mid-tier guy, and you don't have Tomlin to, even though we all understandably so, out the back door, he was really good in developing defensive talent. So now basically you're up in arms saying, I don't know what to do. So you're basically screwed there. And real Steelers fans, again, wanted them to go sub 500. Now to go to my beloved guy, CJ Stroud. And I mentioned it earlier about the fumbles tying Eli Manning in 07. You are so fucking lucky that this defense is gross, dog. Because normally, if you have a not even a subpar, just like a slightly above average defense, you don't win this game. And the fact that they carried you is great, and we all predicted that last week. But CJ Stroud going into Foxborough next week with that defense, who is subjectively better than fucking Pittsburgh, dog, please don't fucking fuck this up, dog, because you can just walk into the AFC Championship with that defense. You can become JJ McCarthy for all I care and be a handoff merchant next week, because Woody Marks is giving you 100+ yards with that offensive line. That's absurd. This team can walk into the AFC Championship and go up against whoever comes out of Buffalo and Denver and make that a really good game. But CJ Stroud, this all relies on you. And I want this to be clear. If they do make an AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, CJ Stroud, you still should not be in top 10 talks. I love you, and you're the greatest thing to come out of Ohio State QB-wise in a long, long time. You still should not be in this, because what I foresee happening is the same thing we did with Jalen Hurts this past season, and CJ Stroud coming to next season and look the exact same as he did this year, getting hurt, inconsistent processing, all this kind of stuff. So the only thing that can come positive out of this is they go make the AFC title game and then they bolster that offensive line. Then I would be convinced. But as of right now, dog, clean it the fuck up, dog. It's getting worrisome to be a defender CJ Stroud at this point.
Yeah, I think right now he's probably sitting within the top 15 range. Like we said, quarterback play isn't ideal. He's definitely not top 10. But like you said, I think that he's very good. He's tons of talent, as we know. There are just things in his game that just haven't developed. It's almost like he's still the same guy he was in college. It's really weird. Like I don't know.
And I want to shout out Stephen A. Smith for calling out Charlie Kirk for 8 receptions, not Christian Kirk. Known Charlie Kirk, wide receiver in the Houston Texans, for 144 yards. Thank you, Stephen A. Smith, for fucking that up.
Yeah.
But that's another thing too. Your top 2 guys on that Houston Texans offense, Nico Collins being in check. I don't know if that's going to be concerning going into Foxborough next week, because I love Jalen Ramsey. No offense to you, Justin, but Christian Gonzalez is significantly better, and he's probably going to be shadowing him most of the time. So you're going to have to find something, because that's completely fair. So I just don't know.
To be honest with you, there's like a 50% chance Stephen A. Smith had no idea who Christian Kirk was prior to recording that episode. There's like a 50% chance.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
all right. Well, let's move into
analysis.
Let's just move into the matchups for the week.
Okay. You want to just do it get time by time?
What you mean?
Well, so the first matchup is Saturday at 8. Or actually, no, the first match is Saturday at 4:30.
All right, so
which
I'll just take over. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, so Broncos Bills.
Yes.
We're not going to analyze a lot of this because we've already really analyzed these teams and what they've done. And crazy enough, I think we've almost talked more about the teams that didn't play this week than the teams that did play this week. So, yeah, I mean, Broncos Bills, I mean, again, this is going to be me and Jules crying for Josh Allen. Please do something. Josh Allen, where are you? Winter Soldier, activate. Where are you? Like, that's what we're crying for here. I mean, but they escaped Jacksonville. There is no escaping Denver, even with their quarterback play being suspect at best. Shout out Ducks quarterbacks everywhere. Justin Herbert, you're a fraud. But
Marcus Mariota's goated though.
Bo Nix right now is the best Oregon quarterback active in football. Even not just teams that are playing right now, like in general. Bo Nix is the best Oregon
Justin
quarterback.
Herbert is much better than
yeah, right. Anyway,
just to be clear,
right. I totally disagree with you wholeheartedly at this point. Anyway, yeah.
Who are you taking?
If Josh Allen doesn't Josh Allen, if James Cook is held in check by this defense, oh boy. Yeah, I don't want to bet against Josh. I'm gonna keep betting against him and pray to God he actually wins the Super Bowl. My heart says I don't care about our pick'ems. I'm picking Denver. My thing here, whatever side it's on right now, I'm so just out of it right now. I want Josh Allen. I want Josh Allen. I really want Josh Allen to win. I want you to go get your Super Bowl. There's nothing fucking blocking you from getting there except your fucking self. So get out of your own fucking way and go win the goddamn Super Bowl. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm picking.
For me, for the newly awarded Madison Beer Trophy getter and Josh Allen, please fucking prove me wrong and show up against this Denver. This will decisively make me a believer in you again, and this needs to be a historic performance. I am going to be the same thing with Justin.
I'm really hoping Madison Beer cancels out Haley Steinfeld right now and he just plays football.
I agree. I'm going to pick Denver, but if Josh Allen can be Josh Allen, yeah, exactly. I will pick.
In your heart of hearts, you want Josh Allen to win the bowl.
I want this to be I want this to be perfectly clear. I'm picking Denver, but if Buffalo wins, I will pick them over Seattle to win the Super Bowl. I will be that perfectly clear. Yeah.
So, for my picks at the start of the playoffs, I had it being the Broncos versus Rams in the Super Bowl. That was my prediction. At this point in time, this is a hard game. Bills Broncos is probably. I'm not gonna say it's the AFC, like it's gonna decide who wins the AFC, but it's there's probably a good chance one of these teams makes it up. As far as this game is concerned, last year, same matchup, different field. They played in Buffalo in the playoffs. Bo Nix had one good throw on a drive, and then they lost that game 31-7. They got blown out. This year, higher stakes, much better Broncos team, much worse Bills team. Very, very interesting matchup. Like you said, this is going to come down to Josh Allen. This is going to come down to whether or not the Winter Soldier activates. And it's in Mile High. This is not an easy environment to play in. This is very, very hard. Altitude is high. You're going to be breathing hard. It's in the cold, the freezing cold, which, again, the Bills are, they're in Buffalo, so they're used to that. But that being said,
altitude and cold is different than just cold.
Yeah, well, of course. That being said, I'm not sticking with my Broncos prediction. I expect the Winter Soldier not only to activate, but to maybe not obliterate, but to deal with this Broncos team. Bo Nix, I do not trust. I think Bo Nix is very mid. I think he's very average. I think he's a system QB. Last year, he got exposed very quickly in the playoffs. What I think is going to happen in this game is that Josh Allen, after this close scrape with the Jaguars, is now fully awake. Josh Allen is like, okay, if I make any mistakes, we are going to lose. We're like, I can't mess up. At this point in time, it's either perfect or the highway. What I expect to happen is Josh Allen to do what he has done his whole career, which is rise in the playoffs. It's all he's ever been able to do. It's all he's done. I think that's what he does. I think he goes into Mile High, into Denver. He has a career game, and he deals with the Denver Broncos. I can't bet against him. It feels like the Bills are the team of destiny. It's about, like you said, it's about damn time Josh Allen gets a ring. And I think if he's going to get one, it's going to be this year. Give me the Bills to upset the Broncos.
From one number one to the other one, Seattle versus the San Francisco Christian McCaffreys.
I want to talk about this one first, because I had thoughts on this matchup. When I did my playoff predictions, I predicted this exact matchup to happen, and I said I was taking the Niners to go into Seattle and win. I just watched the Niners game, last game. There's no way. It is one thing for CMC to have a good game, which he might. It's very possible. If Seattle can contain CMC, Seattle, the 49ers can't win. And even if Seattle can't contain CMC, I don't know if the 49ers can win.
I'm wholeheartedly with you on that. I don't think there's anything Sam Darnold can do to fuck this one up.
Yeah, the way that I see it is this. This is a hard environment. No one wants to play in Seattle. That's a fact. No one wants to be there. That is not a fun environment to play in. You might be able to say that Sam Darnold might mess things up, and it's a very big possibility. But the aforementioned dark side defense won't. Emin Wari is going to be there to play. Your Seattle defense, that secondary, is going to be there to play. They're not going to be there to mess around. They're there to win a ring. This is the number one seed in the NFC. This team has a bye week. They are home field advantage. They want to win the Super Bowl. This is not a team that's trying to coast, happy to be here. This 49ers team, they don't have George Kittle now. They're injured. They're hurt. They're basically limping into this matchup at Seattle. I don't see any way in which Seattle does not dismantle this football team. I think it is going to be off the back of JSN. JSN is disgusting. He has been all year. This has been a career year. I expect JSN to have a stupid game. One game that always will stick in my mind, because again, I do watch Ohio State. In the Rose Bowl, he goes for 350 yards, sets an all-time Rose Bowl record in receiving yards. JSN is built for clutch time. JSN is going to have a career game in this game. The 49ers do not stand a chance. Seattle will win this football game.
Yeah, so I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you. I understand it's a metric you like to use a lot, and it's a thing you like to do a lot. We're going to stop comparing what people did in college to what they're doing in the pros. This is a whole different fucking game. This is a completely different game. I don't care what JSN did at Ohio State. I could give a flying fuck. What I do know is he's the best active receiver in football. Right. What I do know is that there's no individual coverage that can stop this man. What I do know is that Seattle has elite checkdown weapons and a certifiable slot merchant who needs to actually activate in this fucking game. A certain white guy who used to be a Triple Crown winner needs to activate in this game, because I think they are going to throw the absolute kitchen sink at JSN. This man is going to not only have an inside linebacker shadow, he's going to have a man corner and a safety shadow over the top. This is a game where the rest of this team has to step up. The rest of this offense has to step up. Kenneth Walker needs to step up. Chardonnay has to step up. AJ Barner has to step up. Raheed Shaheed needs to step up. And Lord God, Cooper Kupp needs to step up. They are going to throw everything at this team. They are a division rival for a reason. They know what they need to do to try to contain JSN. Can they contain him? Probably not. Is he going to get his like Puka Nacua does? Absolutely. The difference with it is let's make this game a hell of a lot easier, because there's going to be 3 guys shadowing one receiver, and you are going to have holes on holes on holes in the San Francisco defense. Their offense isn't going to beat you. Your defense is supremely better than what their offense is. I talked about the supercharged Christian McCaffrey earlier with the George Kittle thing. Yes, the blood ritual is real. It's been happening all year. Every time somebody sacrifices, they lose a guy one week, the next week CMC does his thing. If they don't lose a guy in a week, CMC doesn't do the thing and they lose the game. This is going to be Seattle. You need to actually prove that you are the 1 seed, and you need to prove you are head and shoulders better and should be the representative in the NFC this year, because if/when you win this game, when you put belt to ass to your division rival, you're probably going to have another division rival waiting for you unless the Bears do Bear stuff. So, send the message that this is your fucking division. Send the message you are the best team on this side, and go chase the fucking ring. It's not that hard right now. Mike McDonald has done everything he fucking can to set this team up for success behind the quarterback play of Sam fucking Darnold. We know what Sam Darnold does in the playoffs. We know what he does. He was great this year. But this is a big fucking proving game, not just for this playoffs, but this is the, hey, we're fucking back and we're running shit. This is what this game is a proving game for. This game has more effect not only on the next 2 games for them to get to the bowl, but the next 5 years of this quote-unquote Seattle dynasty. Show up, ball out, beat the dog shit out of San Francisco.
And that would be really funny if you did, so please do.
With that, I'm taking San Francisco. Kidding.
Fuck it. Fuck it. With
Give
that,
me San Fran. Ho.
yeah, right.
That would have been the most McAfee moment of all time if I would have just finished it like
no,
wholeheartedly.
that's a fact. I will be like because this is my team. Obviously, like you guys don't really need to. I don't need to do the pick because you already know where I'm going. I just want to say, Sam Darnold, please, for the love of fucking God, I don't want to be wrong about you. Like, I want this team to look like pre-bye Seattle. Just fucking tearing the cover off of defenses. Because if you set the tone against a injured San Fran team, I will be so much more confident going to, ironically, LA. That I would not be looking differently about this team because again bias definitely in there. I think this defense is equal to Houston. I think the advanced metrics are completely there. I think McDonald is the best defensive mind in the NFL, and if you're going to be play chess against Shanahan and McVay, you're right there with them. I just need Sam Darnold to show up. I need H.A. Barner, your Michigan ass, to show the fuck up. I need Elijah Arroyo to show up. I need that offensive line. You Anthony Bradford, I swear to fucking God, if the prophecy comes true and you lose us this fucking game, I will nuke you, dog. I will nuke you. I swear to fucking God. Seattle, please. I don't even think you need to go full out because I do think you'll need to go full out the week after, but show something. Don't score 13 points against this team. Score 27, score 30. Do something.
Oh, no,
you're capable of doing that.
This is gassed. This is pedaled to the fucking floor. This is you better play 100% the entire fucking game and run the fucking score up. Put them out of their misery before halftime, like the Packers were supposed to the Bears. LOL, I'm calling it back because it's funny as fuck every time.
Yeah.
No, 56 fucking points like the Denver Super Bowl type shit. Run the fucker out of the building.
I want this Purdy stuff to die. I want San Fran to get out of here. And if we put belt to them after the season that they had, congratulations, you went 12-5 with blood rituals for Christian McCaffrey. But this team as a whole, it could be the team of the future. And to be honest with you, again, I'm not even sold on Sam Darnold. I'm not even sold on Jalen Milroe. I fucking hate Jalen Milroe.
We all hate Jalen
going
Milroe.
Forward, if we're going forward with...
It's crazy the conversation we're having right now about Sam Darnold is the same thing we have to fucking say to Josh Allen. Get out of your own way and play football.
If we're going to go forward with this said defense and that front four, who definitely can't get to the quarterback like Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, but they are capable of pressuring the fuck out of the interior with Leonard Williams, with DeMarcus Lawrence. We have the weapons. Again, I can go on and on. Give me Seattle. Just please, Sam Darnold, don't fuck this up.
I'm going to be honest with you. The thing that's actually got me worried the most, and It's not Sam Darnold. It's not Anthony Bradford. It's the youth in your team. With the call to the lights, like, you played the regular season, cool. But, like, this is playoff football. Like, I want this to be great, and I really do, but, like, just specifically, Nick Amenwari, dude, you've had a great fucking rookie season. You've had a great season. Do not collapse. This is where you played great all year long. Don't let the big lights get to your head. Don't, like, these young guys. You have a very young, good defense.
Even your
A
head
lot of
coach
them have not been here before. Do not let the lights go to your head. Treat it like another game and just go out and play. Don't think that you have to. Don't think that you have to sell out and make the extra effort and overplay something because you think it's cool. Stick to your game. Stick to your guns. You guys have been a top 3 defense all year. Just do the job and play football. Don't make it harder than it has to be.
Even McDonald is young. Like, everybody is young.
It's a scary thing. This team's so good, has a bright future. Just play football. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't go into a bag of tricks that you haven't used, but play your game.
And for the love of God, if you do lose, do not let Brock Purdy throw for 300 plus. I beg you, just don't let.
Even if they win, don't let Brock Purdy throw for 300 plus.
Yeah, let it be Christian McCaffrey having like a 150 yard.
Let Jawan Jennings throw more touchdowns than Brock Purdy. Let him throw for more yards than Brock Purdy.
Again, Jawan Jennings probably would be just as good as Brock Purdy in this Kyle Shanahan system.
We're all unanimous here on Seattle. Like, it's
One last thing before we do move on. I think we have spent way too much time on this. Just a callback. San Fran played Philly last year. Brock Purdy got hurt and completely got decimated. That's a huge possibility because Purdy in the playoffs has historically been hurt. And if that fucking happens, we see CMC emergency QB shit. That's going to be the funniest thing. And to be honest with you, I'm more worried if Mac Jones gets at the fucking helm.
I'm way more scared if Mac Jones gets to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Mac Jones is in.
Yeah, I could agree, but we can move on before. Like, again, I think we spent too much time.
I don't care that we spent that much time. This is I think we're all in a unanimous decision that this team is the team. Well, besides retro thinking the Rams are still but the Seahawks need to at least get through this game. It's a must. It's a must. New England, Houston. We've talked a lot about this. We talked about neither one looked good this week. Part of me is still on this Texans generational defense run. The other part of me is, come on, Drake May, do the thing. It'd be really cool. Like, I'm at such a coin flip with this game. I'm gonna take Houston. I just, as much as the offensive woes are such a worry on their end, their defense is just so fucking good. And I mean so fucking good. If the running back play can get through New England and CJ can just preserve the football and maintain, they should beat New England.
Yeah. All right, yeah, you can go ahead.
No, I want to, like, again, I'll just to lay it out there, I'll take Houston. But this isn't going to be as easy as it was last week against Pittsburgh. And again, Patriots are just a significantly better defense. And you guys called it, like, Christian Gonzalez. We don't know if he's going to play or not. So that's a big, what if, right? If he does or doesn't. And they're probably going to rush him back because there's no way that they don't have somebody covering Nico or Christian
I don't know
Kirk.
how to rush it back because it's concussion protocol.
I don't know. They make Mike Vrabel is kind of a shyster. No offense to him. I like him, but
that knee to the head and the way his head rebounded off the ground, that shit had me scared.
I'm more going to be looking at Drake May's performance against this Houston defense because this is going to be the toughest defense that he's faced in his young career. And if he's able to do anything against them, I'll give him all props in the world. Like, shout out to him. I won't, like, even if they lose, I won't discredit what he has done up to this point. It's just that I think this Houston defense is going to fucking hound them. And the Chargers defense was really good, again, but Houston's on a whole nother level. So New England, you're going to have to find something. Pray to God that Houston doesn't just hound you guys.
I need to do a job to preserve that Drake May has a season next year, let alone gets through this game.
I just, like, again, I'm not going to blame this on Drake May if they do end up losing, depending on how he plays, because it just, but this Houston defense is just disgusting, and I just don't think Drake May is going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, it's tough. Houston's got to go to New England. New England is a extremely cold, freezing environment to play in. Obviously, their fans are rabid because they're from Boston, so that's rough to deal with. It's just a hard environment, and obviously going against Drake May, you had a great game. Andre Stevenson, you've got Travion Henderson in that backfield. It's kind of like a Walmart, Sonic and Knuckles kind of thing. Very, very interesting matchup. That being said, the Texans defense is just, I don't know. It's just different. A good defense can really just take you all the way. In this case, I think they're going to win. I think the final score will be Texans 3, Patriots 2. I assume that it will be along those lines. Maybe the Patriots get a safety.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, this game is going to be so low scoring, I think. I just don't see it going any other way in terms of the scoring. This game could go either way in terms of who wins. Like, if Drake May really locks in, has a good game. But the thing is, Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter are going to be on you the entire night. The cornerback duo of Lassiter and Stingley is just absolutely disgusting. I mean, everybody on their team is it's dominant. I accidentally confused Seattle and Houston with being the dark side defense, but Houston is the dark side. Houston is the true dark side defense. If Seattle is I don't know, like some random Sith on the dark side, Houston is Darth Vader. This team is coming for your head. Every single play, they will be after you. And I don't know. And again, Justin, we just talked about this youth. This is Drake May's first playoff appearance. This is, and in the first game, we saw he wasn't great. He was okay. He was decent, but he wasn't great. And I think in order to beat this Texans defense, you have to be great. There are defenses that force that. When Tom Brady, for example, beats the Legion of Boom, he had to play near perfect to deal with that team. So as far as this is concerned to me, I think the Texans win because I don't think the Patriots offense can handle this defense.
Yeah, I mean, for all our bettors out there, the 3 games we've just talked about, hammer the under. Hammer the under. They're not going to. However, our 4th game, I might want to be just hammer the over. I'm not even going to lie. Just Bears-Rams. I think we all know it'd just be a discredit to myself and this franchise if I didn't pick them. I'm wholeheartedly leaning for it. It's not gonna sway me. I don't care who the fuck you put on the other side of the football. I'm taking them. Caleb. Against this team, you're gonna need 2 quarters of football. Not 1. You're gonna need 2. And let me tell you why. Because what you do in 1 quarter of football, just bear with me for a second. What you do in 1 quarter of football is fucking magic. I just want to say that. You don't know how to play 4 quarters. You just don't. It's something in your wiring isn't right. You play 1 magical quarter and 3 that you look like you don't belong holding the football. However, if you can give me 2 of those quarters, you can beat this Rams team. If they can get pressure on Stafford, they can beat this team. If they can keep the run game from Kyron in check, they can beat this team. If they don't let Blake Corum come from the secondary spot and put up 50 yards, you can beat this team. If you don't lose Puka, shadow him like I said JSN's going to get shadowed. They don't throw to anybody else. Just shadow him. That make Higbee, Parkinson, make these other guys beat you. Don't let Puka beat you. It's like playing the Niners. Don't let McCaffrey beat you. Don't let Puka beat you. I think, Retro, I think this is honestly, I know you're high on the Rams, and I really know, but I think this is going to be the exact same as your Packer call. Whoever has the ball to finish this game wins this game.
Yeah, I agree. Matthew Stafford, if for some random reason you happen to stumble upon this, I need you to listen to me very closely, okay? If you lose this football game, I am going to crash out in unexpected, angry, furious fashion, okay? I have been defending you all season long. If you manage to lose to the Bears in a playoff game to get to the NFC Championship game, I will be so upset. My disappointment will be immeasurable. I'm picking the Rams because I have them as my Super Bowl champions. I've had them as that for a while. They are my Super Bowl champs. There is a very good possibility the Bears pull off some stupid BS dark magic and win this game. Absolutely very possible. However,
dark
what?
magic.
Yes.
No.
Since we're talking about youth, Caleb Williams is very young.
So young.
He looked it in the Bears game in the first one for the first 3 quarters. That fourth quarter we saw poise. The thing is, right, if this Rams team goes up, like let's say 15 into the fourth, I don't think the Bears are making that comeback. I think that Matthew Stafford is experienced enough, and he's got enough playmakers and Puka and Kyron and Corum, and he's got loaded weapons that he'll be able to score again, and he'll be able to put that game out of reach. So in order for the Bears to win this game, like you said, Caleb Williams needs at least one good half. And in that first half, the Bears defense is going to have to step up. They have to. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. You will have to step up. If you don't, Stafford and company will slice you. That is what they will do. In this case, I will take experience over youth. I will take McVay over Johnson. I will take Stafford over Williams. I will take the Rams.
And I will take the Bears 27-24.
That's probably fair.
For me, again, just to lay it out there, I am picking the Rams, but I am picking Chicago to cover because I don't think the Rams are going to be healthy enough to, even though Ben Johnson's a little bit gimmicky for my liking, he's going to pull out something to where McVay hasn't coordinated for it yet, and that defense hasn't coordinated for it yet. Like, there's going to be something off of Ben Johnson's sleeve that is going to keep Chicago within this game. And the 27-24 thing, I'm not even mad at. Like, I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game. What I give Ben Johnson credit for this year, because to be honest with you, the play calling this year has been good, but it hasn't been something to where we saw it on Detroit. I think he's what has been saving this for the playoffs, and I do think there's going to be a lot of trickery and a lot of stuff to where it's going to be where maybe Chicago is too young and they're not going to be able to run these plays, or maybe Ben Johnson's confident enough in this team to where he is going to be running these plays and LA is going to be confused. There's a whole pack of cards that Ben Johnson I still think hasn't shown, that I think he's been waiting for this moment. So I'm not entirely confident in that Chicago defense. In kind of containing that the Rams offense, specifically with Puka and Kyron. But I do think there's going to be something where Ben Johnson's going to be helping Caleb throughout this game, make these reads and create these advantages for him to take advantage of this Rams defense, which is really good. But again, I think Ben Johnson's going to be something. There's going to be something along these lines where he's going to be seeing these unique offensive sets that the Rams haven't seen before, and all this kind of stuff. So I really hope that this is a high scoring game. I do think, though, at the end, I do think that the Rams are going to win, and that's selfish because I do think I want to see LA and Seattle in the next round. So give me LA.
And I think what this comes down to is what Retro and I have been praising on the Bears all year. It's going to come down to Swift and Monangai. That's what it's going to be. If the Bears can't get this run game off the ground, you can chalk it.
Yeah.
But I've backed them. I've backed them this far. I'm gonna see it out again. My prediction was that they'd be contenders for the division, not contenders for the bowl. They've gotten here. They've shown me enough, and other teams have shown me enough that they are fluky enough to just let this Bears team continue in this come from behind, one drive, one this, one that situation. And I think everyone's starting to believe, holy shit, the Bears might be for real. They might not trust Caleb, but the rest of this team, the other 22 guys that start on offense and defense, or 21 guys that start on offense and defense, are sure making a lot of noise and showing, hey, the Bears are kind of here. So if Caleb can figure it out, maybe not this game, but going forward, if Caleb can figure it out, the Bears are going to be perennial contenders for at least the next 5 to 6 years.
To be clear, as far as like the Monungai and like Swift thing, they've got to be up and early. Like we need to they have to establish the run game from their first drive.
Punch them in the teeth in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it has to be, because if you don't establish it early, this Rams defense, especially the defensive line, dude, Verse is going to eat you alive. If you do not establish it early, he's coming after you. And that's dangerous. And Caleb Williams, he loves his theatrics and he loves to try to escape sacks and pressure. That's going to be hard to do when you've got guys like Verse coming after you.
This is one of the most athletic, agile lines Caleb's facing. This is probably one of the, besides Green Bay, the quickest close down line that if Caleb gets out of the pocket, they're going to be chasing his ass. So, like I said, he's just got eyes in the back of his head. You got to know when to throw the ball away. You can't take sacks. You got to be smart here. And I hope that's what Ben is scheming this week, because if Caleb can play, he doesn't have to play good. He just has to play educated. He really does. Play smart football. You don't have to be good. You just got to be smart.
And Justin, before we get to your segment, I actually have a question that I want to pose to you, because I saw this on Twitter as a rumor, and I'm curious to know what you think.
Sure.
There is a rumor that the Steelers want to trade Mike Tomlin for the first overall pick from the Raiders to draft Fernando Mendoza and then hire Curt Cignetti as their head coach.
If we're going to do that, if that's a thing that's going to happen, here's what I want. I want exactly what I talked about for the Raiders to do to make this franchise as comfortable as possible. What you do is, if you're going to trade up and get the first overall pick and get Mendoza, not only do you have to do that, you have to find a way into a spot to make this man as comfortable as possible. You go out and you get this man's center from Indiana.
Yep.
You go out and you get this man's number one from Indiana, or his tight end from Indiana. You go out, and this should be a scheme that every team that's drafting a first-round quarterback should do. You go out and you get anything and everything to make this college kid as comfortable as possible. You draft his center. I don't care how good your fucking center is. Move him to guard. I don't care. You bring in comfortability to make it as smooth and easy of a transition. If this guy's been taking snaps behind this guy for 4 years, of course he's going to be comfortable with him. He's going to know his cadence. He's going to be able to do things. He's going to be able to do everything that he needs to keep him comfortable. You're not going to go get his running back. That doesn't fucking matter. You don't care about his running back. He can hand the ball to anybody. You can hand the ball to anybody. As long as they know what they're doing in the system, they can hand the ball to anybody. Get his tight end for checkdowns, because he knows what reads he's going to make. He knows that he's going to be able to read him. Hand signals are great with quarterbacks, knowing how to direct traffic in a jam. Go get his number one. You got to get him a weapon that he's comfortable with, and his center. This should be the cleanest draft system for any team that's getting a rookie quarterback. Make this kid feel as comfortable as possible. Even if you guys struggle in the first year because he's learning the league, fine. But comfortability is the hardest thing for a rookie to have on a field. Make it as easy as possible. So if they want to do this, they have to be able to set themselves up to also go get his center and potentially one of his options. Look at what's happened with these other teams that have done this very exact thing. You go out, you see the Eagles, you see the fucking Georgia defense. These guys are comfortable playing next to each other. You see Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, comfortability with quarterbacks. You saw when Devontae Adams went to Oakland. It didn't work very well, but Devontae and Derek Carr were very comfortable because they were a college duo. You make these guys as comfortable as possible when they're very young, just so the transition can be slightly easier. So if we're going to do this, you have to go out and get him something to make him feel like he's playing another game at Indiana.
So, and as far as that's concerned, if so, let's say this did happen, right, and the Steelers ended up with Mendoza and Cignetti for the Tomlin trade, would you be happy with Cignetti and Mendoza, or do you have worries about college coaches in the NFL?
I don't like
things
college
of that
coaches coming to the NFL. That's my biggest issue. Is Cignetti would be fine. It's just that I don't think Indiana's scheme is very comparable to Pittsburgh's, and I don't think we have the pieces to run Indiana's scheme. However, I think we see more success with coaches going from the NFL to college and developing. As far as Cignetti, I mean, yes, being able to work with his head coach would be great. But on the other hand, there are two very good NFL-ready head coaches available to go get. And I'm so high right now on getting Stefanski because this is why I'm high on Stefanski. The Browns' record does not look great. But what the Browns did with Stefanski, what Stefanski was able to do with certifiable dog shit and a generational edge pass rusher is unbelievable. He was able to, think about it, you talked about it, your guy, Carson Swestinger. He was able to scheme him into being a top defensive rookie in the talks for the candidacy this year.
Dude, probably one of the best backers in the whole league.
I mean, he's at least top 10. I don't know if I'd give him like that, but he's been competitive. He's a great chase down. He fits the scheme. He does everything. So what Stefanski can do with nothing when Pittsburgh sure as hell has more overall talent than the Browns team does, give him a chance because I think the Browns firing Stefanski was a big fucking mistake. So,
yeah.
If they went and get Cignetti and Mendoza, I mean, I'd get my wish of us not being 500 and getting a good draft pick the next year, but like I'm not high on college coaches that don't have the NFL experience, especially when you're coming straight from college. We've seen it happen plenty of times with your Chip Kellys, your even Harbaugh, like coming out of Michigan, like he didn't look great in the first year. Like it's just So like, yes, did he have experience before that? Don't get me wrong, but I'm at a point where going from college one year to the NFL the next, if you're not becoming a coordinator and learning the NFL game versus the college game, no. If you want to go get me a head coach for a year or two and Cignetti takes a coordinator job, I'm all in for it. Then grade that coach on 2 years. If he's good enough, keep him. If not, we make some, like, you know. But no, I'm not totally sold on that. Going and getting Mendoza, then we wasted the Will Howard pick. He's not going to do anything. But if Mendoza's ready and he's comfortable, why not give him a shot, you know? Yeah. I mean, if we're not going to use Tomlin,
and obviously, God forbid, if he's a bust, then you're absolutely screwed because you hired Cignetti to be his, like, you know, mentor.
Yeah, that's the other thing is you hire their coach, and if Mendoza fucking sucks, then we're yeah. So
all right, well, yeah, go ahead, bro. Yeah. Take it over.
NFL stuff this week. Well, I thought it'd be fitting since Drake May is doing great things to talk about all-time second-year quarterback seasons.
Okay.
If you have to look stuff up about what they did, go right ahead. But yeah, first one up's Joe Burrow.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm leaning towards it. I can't think of many seasons. But okay. Here's my question. Do you count 21 as his second season or 22?
The Super Bowl season.
Okay, well, I was going to say, because in 2020 he only played 10 games. Okay, so Super Bowl season. That I think that's probably a keep just because of how successful he was. I think he probably could have won that ring. He just got really unlucky because he got sacked like 3 or 4 times on the last drive. I think it's a keep. I agree with you, Jules.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, man. That's another one that's... But the thing is, like, if we keep that, then we're okay. Okay. Again,
we can't cut that season. Are we joking?
what do you consider? Because I don't
It's
consider the
2018.
See, but I don't consider that his second season because in 2017 he only played one game.
Second season.
So yeah, it's his second season.
Well, I consider it his first season because in 2017 he played one game. Like I don't. He only had one game on his resume. 2018 is when he plays his first season. I don't.
You're doing semantics, bro. It's his second season.
You are playing very semantics. Just it's that year.
I disagree, but yeah, I mean you probably have to keep that.
Okay. Russell Wilson.
Cut.
Cut.
It was a good season though.
Lamar Jackson.
Cut.
Are we joking?
We have to. I understand it's a unanimous MVP year. That wasn't even his best year. Like, his best year was last year.
But this is his second season.
It's all-time second season quarterback.
I know. What I'm saying is there are better second seasons than the Lamar year. There are better second seasons.
Post 2000? That we know that Justin doesn't do pre-2000 stuff?
Oh, yeah. I forgot he's not going to do pre-2000 stuff. That's a good point.
He's not going to do pre-2000 stuff.
The way he's looking,
please bring up Marino in 84, dog. I would love for you to do that.
He might, and the way he's looking, he will. So, yeah. I think we're going to have to cut it.
Okay. Jules?
I guess we're cutting.
You know how he just looked. You know what he's going to do. He's going to pull some BS.
Drake May.
It's been a good year, but I don't think it's been all generational.
Okay. Big Ben.
I don't even.
That's a Super Bowl win.
I don't even. Oh, that was the Super Bowl year.
Not moved. Seattle sucked that year. Not moved.
Now, mind you, Hines Ward did win Super Bowl MVP.
I'm sorry. Wait, did he 2,300 passing yards?
Not moved.
Yeah, that's a cut.
Yep. Kurt Warner.
Oh. Heard. Okay. That's a little older school. It's a little older school.
What was it? You cut out.
Kurt Warner.
That's a little older school. I'm assuming it's referring to the MVP year. That's right, because that was the second.
It's the MVP year, and that's the greatest show on turf. That's
greatest show on
to me. That's an instantaneous keep.
Yeah.
There's no other. To me, there's no other greater second season ever.
So
I don't like that. He had 41 touchdowns that year.
You kept Joe Burrow, kept Pat Mahomes, kept Kurt Warner, cut Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Drake May, Ben Roethlisberger, and
Peyton.
Dan Marino.
I'd still take Kurt Warner over Dan Marino 99.
The fact that you guys were so quick to cut the Big Ben one is crazy to me.
He should. The only reason why you want to do that is to push Big Ben agendas. It's not even a top 10 second season either.
You gladly go look at that season and tell me it's not.
I'm going to say this for the record. I think
he's not top 10.
Okay.
I think that Marino season is better than any of the players that we named, honestly. But I'm moved a lot more by that Marino season than I am by any other one on this list.
To be honest with you, like that Big Ben year is not even better than like a Jared Goff second year. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
Not crazy.
But no, I think it is kind of crazy to see. I don't know why you're more moved.
Push Big Ben narratives because Big Ben actually might be the most underrated quarterback of all time.
The thing is, I don't know why Jules is more moved by Kurt Warner than Dan Marino. I get like the greatest show on turf, but like Dan Marino had 5,000 passing yards in the 80s with 48 touchdowns with an infinitely worse core. Like that season to me might be the best season of all time played by a quarterback. I don't know.
Anyway,
worst to first and all this kind of shit. Like Kurt Warner clears.
Anyway, next is young running backs. So running backs under 25.
Heard. Okay.
Breece Hall.
I mean, I would probably cut. He's not even better than some rookies this year, I think.
Kyron Williams.
I'd keep Kyron.
Yeah, I'd keep.
Okay.
Yeah, there aren't many better backs than him in the league.
Chase Brown.
Cut.
Think he's better than Kyron.
I don't think so.
I do.
I think Kyron clears him.
I think he's better than Kyron.
I don't even think it's close. I think
he's running behind a significantly worse line and putting up comparable numbers.
Not comparable numbers, especially not to the passing game. Kyron is such an infinitely better receiving back.
You sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure Chase Brown is top 3 in all-purpose yards this year.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he might be, but again, like even if he's top 3 in all-purpose,
you
yards,
could agree
like,
this is a respectable cut.
Yeah, I can give you that. I can say it's respectable, but I think Kyron is better.
I disagree, but that's just me. K9.
Cut.
I agree with Jules on that one. I don't know if I was going to get a fight with that.
No.
Trey Henderson.
Ooh, man. Ooh. I don't know. He's shown so many flashes. I kind of agree. He's shown a lot of flashes, but he's low-key inconsistent.
Okay. Kyle Monangai.
Nice. How many
I love
cuts
that
do we
either.
have?
You have 2 keeps, 3 names.
Dude, do we?
Ew,
I'm almost tempted to keep Monangai. Like, he's basically the head of the Bears running back core that got them to like the place they're at now. I don't know if. Ugh. I'm kind of.
I don't want to keep him. I'm not.
So you just want to like randomly take the last 2?
I'd much rather do that, yeah, because I think there's a couple young running backs that he hasn't named that I would take over Monangai.
I'm okay with it.
So you
I'm okay
cut Breece Hall, cut Chase Brown, cut K9, cut Trey Henderson, cut Monangai to keep Kyron Williams, RJ Harvey, and Quinshon Junkins.
Oh, okay. Well,
Quinshon's fine. The RJ one, we'll take their
RJ is not great. RJ is pretty bad.
That's why I said take Chase Brown.
Yeah, but I honestly I would have taken Travion. Like I think Travion's really good too.
All time, since this is this week that we just had, all-time wildcard games.
Oh, I'll definitely have to look some stuff up for this one.
Jules, okay. I'm so sorry. 03 Packers Seahawks.
Oh, I do remember that game. Jules, what are your thoughts on that game?
You're a dick.
We want the ball and we're gonna cut.
Jules, so I would like to say that we should keep this because it was the single funniest, one of the funniest moments in NFL history. Mr. Hasselbeck, we're gonna take the ball. Good. We're gonna take the ball and we're gonna score.
Yeah, let's keep it so I control you on one that we should have kept.
We're gonna take the ball and somebody's gonna score.
Yeah.
Let's keep it so I control you on a future thing and just hound you guys. Yeah, absolutely. Let's keep it.
Good comms. Okay. Good comms.
02 Jets Colts.
Ew. No.
You don't like the belt to ass? You don't like the belt to assery game?
That's why I'm cutting it because that's a belt to ass.
Retro, this is the 44-0 game.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't it 41-0? I think it was 41-0. But yeah, cut that joint. No, out of here. Ugh.
All right.
Disgusting.
Same year. 02 49ers Giants.
I don't even know if I remember this game.
It's the if I recall, I need to look this up actually. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this right.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this right. Wildcard game. It was one of the at that point it was one of the greatest comebacks in history because of Jeff Garcia.
Yes, the comeback game. Low key, that's a keep, right? Like I feel like it's kind of hard to top the greatest comeback ever, or outside of 28-3, but that's more recently.
I think I would actually respectfully cut this game because Jeff Garcia is a clown.
Why don't you like Jeff Garcia?
He has no aura. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean that's true.
I'll give you guys a pro
I don't know though. How many more better?
I'm gonna give you guys a pro tip here. Cut this game.
Yeah, because it's
okay. I guess.
like it's Kerry Collins, Giants, and that's just fucking gross. I want to cut this entirely.
One more game from 0-2, crazy enough. Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
That's a low scoring game, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah, but it was it was a comeback game. I think I'm pretty sure it was one of the teams was down 24-7, and then they came back and won the game 36-33. I think it was a pretty high scoring game at the end. Who was the one team? Was it Pittsburgh that came back from down?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another crazy game too.
Tommy Maddox was your quarterback. Fucking.
We're moved by Tommy Maddox.
Oh my god. We're cutting the fuck out of this, dog.
I'm okay with that, but it's a good game.
Jamal Lewis on this team? Is this his first year in Cleveland?
06 Seattle versus Dallas.
Isn't that the Tony Romo fumble? Field goal thing?
Oh, Tony running fumble game?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Perhaps.
I mean, that
And
wasn't
this is when
really
Sean.
I don't know. It wasn't like an ideal game, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Yes, this is the fumble the snap game. Oh, we're talking about funny moments, dog. This is an instantaneous.
Funny. It's just all time.
Well, again, because Retro and you want a fucking meme with Matt Hasselbeck. Let's meme on Tony Romo.
I'm okay memeing on Tony Romo any day. Yeah, we'll take it through.
All right.
All you had to do was hold on to the snap, and your kicker would have hit it.
If you say so. 08 San Diego Chargers versus Indianapolis Colts.
That's where they.
This was yeah. This is the collapse game from Rivers, right? Am I tripping?
Sounds right. I think.
No, actually, no, they won. What did fucking Peyton do? Why am I tripping?
Could be in Peyton Manning collapse game because that was kind of common for a while.
No, it was final drive from Phillip. No, this was actually a fucking good game because, yeah, Phillip and Peyton combined for over 700 yards passing.
Holy cow!
Yeah, and to be honest, yeah, this wasn't a Peyton choke job. This was actually pretty fucking good on both sides. How many games we have left, Justin? We have 2.
We have 1 keep and 2 more to hear after this one.
I would cut this, even though this is actually a really good. This game is starting to come back to me. I will respectfully cut this. This is a really, really, really good game.
Yeah, I don't mind that because this is also a game where, for some reason, LaDainian Tomlinson just didn't feature. They had like Michael Turner as their number 1 back.
All right, 2 games left, 1 to keep. The first one, 2010, Seattle versus New Orleans.
Oh boy.
Huh.
Retro. Retro. I want you to hold on before we go. Because I know what you're wanting to do. Please justify to me how we're cutting Beastquake. Go ahead.
No, I don't think we can cut Beastquake, unfortunately. Justin, listen.
Justin, I don't care who the other game is. This is the single
Oh, you
greatest
do.
wildcard game.
You do.
No.
Justin, listen. As much as I would love to, it's ethical.
Oh no, I want you to keep this one.
In order for me to keep my ethical ball knowledge boundaries, I have to unfortunately keep the Beastquake.
I'm so glad. Does anyone want to guess what the last game up was? Just Google probably the best wildcard game in NFL history.
Was it perhaps the Texans versus the Steelers 2025?
Nope.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, you kept the 0-3 we want the ball and we're going to scores. You kept the 0-6 Seattle-Dallas game, and you kept the 2010 Seattle-New Orleans game. You cut Jets-Colts 0-2. You cut 0-2 Niners-Giants. You cut 0-2 Pittsburgh-Cleveland. You cut San Diego-Indy 0-8. And you cut Indy versus Kansas City 2013.
Oh.
What was it?
Yeah.
You cut out again.
Yeah. So what happened was Alex Smith's Chiefs, they were out to I think it was
2013 Kansas City versus Indy.
Yeah, so Alex Smith was quarterback, and it was 38-10, but they were playing against Andrew Luck. And so Andrew Luck scored 4 straight touchdowns, and then they won the game 45-44.
Yeah, no, I'm taking Beastquake over that easily.
That's crazy.
I'm not moved by that. Andrew Luck quit on his team. I'm not moved.
Andrew Luck, I am a respecter, okay? And I want you to know you would have been the next Peyton
Andrew Luck quit on his team is insane.
Did he not?
Andrew Luck's body quit on Andrew Luck. You can't put that.
Well, I don't even think it's. I don't think Andrew Luck quit on his team. I think Andrew Luck's team quit on Andrew Luck.
That too.
Nah, he quit.
Nah.
All right.
Mind you, the Colts deserve this after them pissing away this season. So.
Wait, I think we have 2 Seahawks games here.
Yeah, shocker.
For very different reasons.
Uh-oh. Are we wildcard merchants? Thoughts?
You didn't have to play one this year, right?
That's true. You got the
Sam
free
Darnold
pass straight.
Yeah, Sam Darnold now historically have had his longest playoff, fortitude ever. He's made it past the first round. He's beaten all allegations.
That's not how that works.
That's exactly how that works.
No, because that's what Brewer fans tried to do this year with the MLB playoffs. They're like, can't lose in the first round because we didn't play in it. I said the first round you play is your first round.
No.
And then they got
I
wanted
to be Stafford versus Purdy so that neither quarterback for the losing teams can say they've done as much as Jaden Daniels did in his rookie year alone.
Shut the fuck up.
It's funny when Caleb Williams is going to have the same amount of playoff wins as Jaden Daniels by the end of the weekend.
Stop it. Matthew Stafford, please save me.
The narratives.
Matthew Stafford,
Drake May wins somehow, and Caleb wins somehow.
I'm okay with Drake May winning because he's actually comparable. I'm not okay with Caleb
and Caleb's better, so it's
Matthew Stafford, please save me.
Anyway, at time of recording, it's January 13th. We're going to take it back to still another year before Retro was born, crazy enough, and Jules, I believe. Definitely Retro, baby boy. 1999, Michael Jordan announces his second retirement prior to the lockout shortened season.
I was alive.
Bah.
Michael Jeffrey. Shout out to our glorious king.
The GOAT, my king. The reason why I became a Bulls fan, and now I get to go through all this misery because of you, Michael.
Hey, Retro.
Yeah.
Hey, Retro.
Yeah, what's up?
12-21 since starting 6-0.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I'm not
gonna berate the fans this week.
With that, guys, this is We Don't Know Ball. Please sub to the channel if you've gone this far. Please follow our individual TikTok pages. Show support. Comment. Share. It's just 3 fat guys talking about fucking sports, dog.
Guys, I did the thing.
Yes, you did the thing. He is now Justin is basically going live now and posting stuff. And Justin, you still have to post your Caleb Williams shit, so I won't let you off the hook with that. So,
What Caleb Williams shit? I gotta let. He's gotta
well,
win.
you can push your narratives on your
Gotta win.
page.
Gotta win.
Gotta win is crazy.
However,
but again,
I should still literally just have to go record 2 30-second videos of laughing, both of them at different scoreboards, one of them at the Eagles and one at the Packers. So that'll be great. And then I get to play Celebrate Good Times Come On as loud as possible with the Mike Tomlin stepping down note in the background. So I got some shit to film.
facts. But with that was We Don't Know Ball. We'll catch you next week to talk about the divisional, and hopefully we can crash out on these shitty quarterbacks next week. We'll see you guys next week.
Matthew Stafford, please.
Caleb Williams is better than Jaden Daniels.
Oh God.